Hillary Clinton, this is one of the things I find kind of maybe it was just a coincidence. I don't know. But Hillary Clinton tweeted out, over 3/5 of Americans or whatever it was are pro-choice. And then this story comes out, like a day or two later or something like that. So, okay. So why do you think this was leaked now?
It's a good question because like I said, this is the first draft and it's probably like they don't want to, how I think that, we're probably like seeing a lot of like how the insides of how like the court system works. Like if they have like a vote and they say yes, overturn Roe basically, but they knew that there's going to be like some wrangling around the details, so they chose Alito to do it, and he put in his strongest position, and it's the most extreme, and so that's why they chose that one, because it's the one that's like the most extreme basically scenario, wherein the real one's going to be a lot more. It's probably more tame. It's probably going to be, they're probably not going to overturn Roe completely, right? So, because it's extreme, it's going to freak out the liberals, and they're hoping to rally the troops for the elections, right? There's evidence that it's not actually going to happen, but it's possible. I mean, I can't like dismiss it completely. I can't say that that's not going to rally their troops. And then it comes when you mention like 3/5 of Americans, or even like you can say like 70% are pro-choice. Yeah, that's if that's how you choose it. And so one of the things that I find really interesting is if you ask people, are you pro-life or are you pro-choice, and then you actually ask them the details, turns out that they both believe the same thing, right? Most of the time. Like if you talk to someone who's pro-choice, they'll say, yeah, we should have access to abortion, but it should be banned after the first trimester, right? And then you ask someone who's pro-life, and they'll say, abortion should be banned. But you know what? Like if like early in the pregnancy, maybe 8-9 weeks, yeah, that's probably okay. So they actually believe the same thing. It's just they're coming at it from a different viewpoint, right? Like, so the pro-choicer wants to ensure government like protection of abortion, whereas the pro-lifer wants to ensure government limitation of abortion beyond a certain point. But they generally agree at the dividing line of where that goes, for most people. So it's kind of like really funny how that is. Like, no, most people are not pro-choice. Most people would probably consider themselves pro-life, but they would generally agree that like if you're just going to take a pill or something like a morning after pill, that's probably all right. Although they wouldn't like think that's the best. At the same time, at that point, it literally is just like a clump of cells, as you know. So I think I might have a picture. I have a picture of my daughter somewhere when she was that small, but that's like, that's why I think like about Hillary Clinton's position. I don't think most people care that much. I think they are more in the middle. So I don't think it's really going to be that big of a deal.
Well, apparently Elizabeth Warren is mad as hell, and I'm going to fight so hard for this. I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, this is I mean, if you're liberal and you're listening to this, I mean, this is going to happen, right? It's not, you can't like make policy by judicial decree. You got to actually set the policy. And Roe versus Wade was supposed to be a Band-Aid, and the problem was they kind of, yeah, I think if Roe said, look, abortion legal within the first 8 weeks, but it maybe after that is okay too. We're not necessarily saying we're going to overturn or overrule abortion laws that are beyond 8 weeks, that allow abortion beyond 8 weeks. We're saying that for sure, like 8 weeks is good. If they would have done that, then that would have gotten the Democrats to get their butts together and actually pass laws. But they didn't. They just kind of rested their laurels on a court case that really is not tenable as a, as a policy, right? So, yeah, I mean, and there's actually some commenters, like I don't know if you watch Breaking Points, uh, Kyle and Sagar. So it's name's Crystal. Sorry, Kyle. Crystal Ball and Sagar Injeti.
Used to be on the Hill.
Yeah, they used to be on the Hill. They were talking, but basically, like the Democrats would threaten their voters with overturning Roe rather than just passing a law to enshrine Roe. I mean, so I mean, they had many opportunities to do it, and they just didn't. And the reason why is simply because they could always use it as a threat. And now they're using it as a rallying call. But the thing is about it is like that would just prove Alito's point. It's like, look, we're just saying that you just got to pass a law. I mean, we're not saying we're going to overrule a law that's passed. We're just saying that it just needs to be a law. It needs to be something for us to work on.